Okay, so let me talk about the coupled people. Couples, things are going to be really good for you guys, okay? Very, very good. But I feel like one person is very busy with work. One person's very busy with work, taking care of their work responsibilities. I feel almost like you might be taking on additional responsibilities, or the other person. I feel for many of you, it's your partner that's taking on a lot of responsibilities, okay? And so what I have here for those who are coupled up, just the bottom line is this. We have here the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This is mutual reception, reciprocity. So I feel like no matter what, even when the other person is busy, they are going to make time for you. But I feel almost as if you might not go out. I feel like you might just entertain each other in the environment, in your home environment. And I feel like you're going to be quite happy that there's something very sweet with this energy. It's almost like, it feels almost as if I'm sensing two people that might not even make a lot of money, but they're able to make gifts for each other, or even if they have all the money in the world, they like the simple things. You know, they like to make presents, or they like to make gifts for one another. So they like to cook for one another. They also like to take care of one another in a very like non-material way. So this is a really sweet, it's a very cute energy. I feel like you might be involved with a water sign. So this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You yourself might have, water in your chart. So it basically indicates like, you're going to be entertaining, your spouse in the home environment. You're going to cook for each other. You're going to do a lot of cute stuff together, even arts and crafts, or you're going to be making something for each other. I see like two people possibly baking and see who is better, and then see who wins the competition. So it's a really, really sweet energy. So couples, you are going to have a really amazing, I feel like, loving time for the month of February. Okay, singles, who are, still in the process of narrowing down who they want to be with. I feel like there is a person that you are thinking about. It shows up here as a water sign. So it's in the crowning energy. And the crowning energy is somebody that you're thinking about. And what I feel is this. So this is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is somebody that is new in the picture. And I feel like you're waiting on them to make a love gesture for you. And I feel like you're you really like this person. And I also feel as if you're getting swept off your feet. I feel like they're very, generally, they're very sweet, very kind, a little bit flirtatious, but not in a malicious or in a sleazy way. They're easy to talk to, and they're just, very nice to be around, and they're very considerate. And so that's a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I feel like you really like this person. And I almost feel like you're keeping your calendar free in case this person wants to hang out. So it feels like that to me. It's like you're scrapping everything from your calendar, and whatever day they want to hang out, all systems go. So I feel like you're waiting on this person to make a gesture for you. And what's coming through, we have here the Star in the reverse, and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And what this means is that if you're thinking about this person, I feel like they have a few suitors, and I also feel like they have an ex that they might share children with. And I feel like it's going to create a little bit of, the ex might want them to watch the children, for example. So they might not have that day free, or they might not be able to be too mobile whenever you want to hang out. So I do feel there's some interference with, it's not on purpose, but I feel like exes, children, obligations, and things like that coming through that interfere with your love life. Not so much from your side, but from the other person's side. It actually could also be from your side, where responsibilities with spouses or responsibilities with children from a previous engagement, that's also coming through. Okay, so there's something here about not being able to coordinate with another person because of the constraints, but I feel like you're dealing with somebody that has a lot of suitors as well. And I feel like they might be a little bit disorganized, and they might be forgetful, so they might not even remember certain things, keeping certain dates. And I feel like they're not doing it on purpose, but I do sense that there's going to be like a little bit of a time crunch or a little bit of a mishap, that where you feel like they might not have prioritized you. Okay. So I apologize for that message. So moving back into the past, for others of you, we have here the King of Coins as well as the Emperor in the reverse position. So I'm just going to say this. I feel like you or the person that you were involved with, if it's you showing up here as an earth sign, if it's somebody that you're involved with, then it's basically a person that is an earth sign. And they're showing up as a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, a sun, moon, or a rising. And I feel like one person had control issues. So this is a past relationship. And I feel like there was somebody there wanting to dictate the terms of the relationship. Somebody might have been very territorial, might have been very controlling, might have been like my way or the highway. And I do sense that if that's the case, I feel like you might be wanting to reconnect with them. They might be wanting to reconnect with you. And I feel like this relationship, two people are just a little bit too stubborn or too different. And so it's not going to come together in the manner that you'd hope, okay? And especially if you've been dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, there's going to be communication from them. I do sense that. And you're going to question whether or not they are sincere, and you're going to question what their intentions are. Because in the foundation, we have here news messages with the Page of Wands. And these are like messages and communication that might not have been very clear, that might have been kind of, I'm seeing you getting like news communication, especially a text message from somebody, and it might have been misspelled. It might have also been like, it just didn't make sense. So I feel like you're going to be scratching your head wondering what happened. And I feel like the other person is just reaching out, and they're trying to leave that channel of communication open between you and them. But they don't really know how to do it. So they might have just typed in gibberish in order to get a response from you, in order to get some type of a contact or some type of a follow-up, okay? So confusing communication coming through from the past, and it could be an earth sign or a water sign. And I feel like you might engage with them in conversation. There's nothing wrong with that. If you need to clarify things, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do sense something about communicating with a person from the past because they sent some confusing messages and you're not really sure what they want. I feel like they're trying to reach out to you, and they're trying to show you that they still have feelings for you, that they're not over it. Or if you have children together with this person, you're going to be hearing from this person as if they're trying to be on their best behavior, and they're saying like, oh, can you watch the kids? Can we change the days? Can we change the custody agreement? There's something like that coming through here. Coming up in your future position, we have here the Two of Coins, which is, trying to decide between two things. It's also a situation where I feel for some of you who are dating, you're trying to, you're finding yourself really swept off your feet. And you're trying to find that emotional balance within, so that you can so you can decide what to do with the other person. And we have as well the Four of Coins, which basically means that I feel like some expectations, especially for those who are dating, expectations are not, it's like the other person is not able to meet you halfway due to the constraints of their job, or they even have multiple options. And so I feel like you're left waiting for them, and they're not going to be communicating in a way that is clear, that will allow you to move on, that will allow you to set your schedule, meet somebody else. So I feel like that's what's happening here. It's a mixed bag, but either way, I feel like you're going to get a lot of clarity coming through as to where you stand with another person, okay? You're going to get clarity about that, okay? The 8th house deals with joint finances. It deals with, I'm also getting that message of rebirth, okay? Rebirth. So this is a very, the 8th house deals with a psychic, like it's a psychic house. And with the 4 of Cups, with the Cups energy landing in a psychic house, what it basically means is that I feel like there are a lot of opportunities that are coming your way that are kind of like present it to you. And I feel a lot of you are very hesitant about taking up new opportunities. And the reason that I feel that you're very hesitant about it is because I'm sensing that, well, you're an earth sign, right? And when you do something, you want to see tangible evidence of it working in the real world. So you are somebody who's very results driven, who's very results oriented. And I feel like some of these opportunities that are coming to you, I'm almost sensing as if you're afraid that they're not really going to pan out. So if other people are asking you, should we do this? Should we do that? I feel like if you did it, it's going to come to fruition, but you're not really sure whether or not they are able to themselves do it. So they're coming to you with all these propositions, with all of these opportunities. And I feel like you're very, very selective because you don't want to inundate. You're taking a little bit of a pull back your energy approach when dealing with other people and the things that they're coming to you with, mainly because, in the past, you might have taken on a lot of responsibilities and you're no longer welcoming it. Or even right now, you feel like automatically the opportunities are not practical. Like, it's almost as if I feel like the business plan is not well thought out. It's not well written. There's like holes in the business proposal. So I feel like you're being very, very cautious, and they're telling you to be very cautious, to really sit with it and wait for the right time before you take you take on these responsibilities or these opportunities. Okay, so really trust your intuition this month, Virgos, because I feel like you're doubting yourself. The first 15 days of the month, I feel things are going really well. But then the last 15 days of the month, you're starting to doubt yourself. And so it's really important when you start doubting yourself. You're just like, should I have done this? Should I have done that? Just know you're on the right track. You did something very honorable in the past. And what you did is basically being confirmed so that you can move forward the last 15 days of the month, knowing that you did the right thing. Okay, so I feel like there's something here possibly coming back around from January. It's telling you, like, is this the best way to do it? Is this the best outcome? And I feel like you're kind of doubting, like, I'm not really sure, but it is the best outcome. It is the best way. Okay, so sit with it. Don't do anything. Don't doubt yourself. All right, really trust your intuition for this month. I'm also sensing in terms of like joint finances. We have here the Four of Cups, which basically means people wanting to partner up, people wanting to like engage in business ventures with you. And so be careful, okay? Be very, very careful, because I feel like what you are doing right now is really good. And you're looking for new opportunities because you might be bored on the work front. But these new opportunities are not all like what they seem. So sit with it. Sleep on it, let it marinate, and then decide. All right. Ninth house is it deals with travel and it deals with higher education. Let me talk about travel, because this is the person that loves to travel. When it shows up in the reverse position, I feel like you're thinking about travel, you're planning some type of travel, but for whatever reason, responsibilities or even like constraints with other people, it's almost like you're waiting on another person to make a decision before you can travel. So I feel like there's a thirst for adventure, a thirst for new energy, a thirst for interacting with, going to a foreign land, learning a foreign language. So I feel like a lot of you are in a position right now where you want to expand your consciousness. You want to expand your knowledge. You want to expand yourself, like geographically as well. So there's an overwhelming need to want to get away, to want to travel, to want to do something new. For some of you who are thinking about school, for example, I feel like some of you want to take like a creative course, something very different, something possibly non-traditional, even a language course. I'm seeing translations, like translators. I'm feeling people who might want to take like a business course, even to learn how to do, I am seeing like graphic design, even a business course to do like accounting. And I'm also sensing I'm also sensing, the website building, like HTML, like website building, website design, as well as learning a foreign language. So these things are coming through very strongly. And I do sense some of you, there are responsibilities within your home environment. You might be a mother with a lot of responsibilities. So you're thinking about returning to school or even traveling, but there's going to be a little bit of blockage coming through for this month. Okay. What I'm also feeling as well is, I'm seeing like some of you might be in an environment where you're dealing with people of from different cultures. So it might be in a work front, it might be in the friendship front, and you're starting to realize that, hey, the cultural divide is a little bit great, like it's a little bit big. So I need to learn more so that I can approach that person from their perspective and provide a common narrative, so you both can negotiate and you both can agree, or you both can see eye to eye. So I feel like you're very open-minded for this month. Very, very open-minded, willing to see other people's point of view, very objective as well. So the 10th house deals with your career. We do have here the Hermit in the reverse position. So this is what I'm sensing. The Hermit card is a very, very spiritual card, and it shows up in the reverse. It's also the card of Virgo. When it shows up in the reverse position, it's basically telling me that I feel like many of you, and this is a standard earth sign thing. It's not good or bad. It's just something that I've noticed, and I feel it coming through in this spread. It's almost as if, at a very, very young age, you're quite responsible. And I feel like when it came to your career path, when it came to your work, you took a safe route. You took a route that will allow you to make money quite quickly, that will allow you to get promotions, that will allow you to climb that corporate ladder, that will allow you to have a lot of stability at a very young age. And the work, you might feel like it's no longer fulfilling. And so your soul is yearning for something more, something a little bit more different from what you've been doing your whole life. Something that might even be like spiritually aligned. So that means a healing profession, dealing with the occult, for example. So I feel like there is this nagging, there's this calling, but I feel like you have been avoiding it, for the past months, 4 months, for the past 4 years. You might have, that it's nagging at you, like it's tugging at you, but you might have been avoiding it for whatever reason. And so they're telling you that, in the process of climbing that career ladder, I do sense that you need to get back to your roots, and you need to also understand that you're meant to be of service to humanity. Okay. And, I feel as well, some of you are very suitable for the teaching profession. Some of you are also very, very suitable for the managerial supervisory profession. And so in terms of a career track, you might not want these things. You want to work behind the scenes. You don't want to be in the spotlight, but they're urging you to come out from behind the scenes and come into the spotlight so that other people, so you can share your skills, your experience, and your gifts with the world. I feel like you have a lot of gifts, and your sharp mind and your intellect is one major thing that will allow you to be a very good supervisor, to show people the right way and the more efficient way to do something. So you have some important gifts that you need to share with the world. But I feel like you don't want to take center stage. You don't want to take credit. You want to hide behind, you want to work behind the scenes and not have to deal with people. And so you want to crunch numbers. You want to just, be in your cubicle and be left alone. So there's some major reassessment here when it comes to work and when it comes to your career. And it's not bad. You get to do whatever you want, but I feel almost as if there's a calling here. You have a lot of talents, Virgo. There's a calling here that you might not have been heeding, okay? And opportunities that come to us, when we don't take them up, they might not come around the second time. So just something to think about.